equation just a little bit. And then you start thinking about pushing him around that circle. As you cross the center line, go ahead and push him up to the trot. Let's make him focus a little bit. Good. Push those hands down, wiggle those reins a little bit. Super. Post your hips towards your hands. Excellent. That outside hand and outside leg are going to block him from running out. Good for you. Keep sending him around that circle and regulating his rhythm. Right? He wants to be all tense and distracted, so you're going to think about making him the most regular that he can be. Super. Now go ahead and make the trot a little bit smaller. Push those hands down.
Hi, sweetheart.
Good. Relax your inside rein a little bit and just continue to send him around the circle. That's looking a little better. Outside hand down. Bury it into his shoulder. Very good. Spiral the circle in just a little bit, leaning back, taking your time to make the circle smaller. Very good. He's like, oh, I'm humbled already. I'm being told what to do. This is good for me. Super. So we want to think with him about making everything boring, regular and boring. Because he's so flashy, and he's a fancy little mover, and he's loud. So we want him to be nice and boring. Outside hand down, turn your shoulders to the outside of the circle. Outside shoulder back. There you go. There you go. And then exhale, walk. Push down on those reins. Very good. Help him find that steady connection with your fingers nice and closed. Pressing him together between your legs. How tall is he?
14.
Really? Super. And then when you're ready, up to trot again. And let's do some transitions on this size circle. Excellent. Push that outside hand down. Good. Exhale, walk. Wiggling that inside rein a little bit. Oh, nice stallion head toss there. Good. Push down on that outside hand. Wiggle that inside rein a little bit. There you go. Help him find the place where it's okay to put his head down and march forward. If you can, slow your hips down a little bit in the walk. Make the walk come back to you. Exhale, walk, lean back. Good, and then make that walk come back to you. Think about him walking up into the air instead of out in front of himself. Super, and then from here, push up into the trot. Good, outside hand down. Fingers nice and closed. Super, 2 legs pushing him around the circle. Knees a little bit open. Good, push those hands down. Excellent. And then exhale, walk again. Good. And then up to trot. Pushing those hands down. Big squeeze with both legs. Excellent. that you really have to turn every part of him, and he might not like it. He might say, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I don't really wanna, I didn't sign up for this. Good, outside hand down, super, super. Very good. So he wants his rhythm to be fast and choppy. I want you to make his rhythm slow and floaty. Expression is not necessarily a problem for this young stallion, is it? No. So we want to make him boring. Work that outside rein. Super. And then exhale, walk. Because I feel like when you can dial it down and you can dial it back up a little bit. Right now you're sort of at full volume trying to get things done. And so he's like, woo! Now again, he's in a new place. I'm sure that he will be more settled tomorrow. But that's fine. If today's lesson is about laying down the basics, then that's great, right? Like you haven't ridden in a while. You said you were coming off a long month in January. Fine, whatever. We get him settled. We get him used to things. We get both of you comfortable in a new setting. So I'm going to go on my theory soapbox for a minute here. So we always talk about the trainer scale, which starts with rhythm, right? Because you regulate the rhythm and then the horse can understand how to get to that next stepping stone, which is relaxation. And then they can start to accept that the bit is in their mouth and their hind legs bring them to the bit. You know what I mean? So you're the bridge between his hind legs and the bit. But we can't even get to the bridge if we don't regulate the rhythm first. So we just have to sort of dial it back, and then we can push forward. Give him a little walk right here, because he looks like he's a little more settled, right? It's not like he's really up. He's like, now I want to prove you wrong, lady and bear. And I'm sorry, I heard someone say that he is really comfortable walking and trotting, but maybe not so much in the canter.
He makes me work really hard to get canter.
Okay.
So, and then when he's in canter, I think it's because I broke him.
Okay.
We did it all ourselves.
Okay.
So I don't know if my hesitation of not wanting to damage him.
He looks so fragile, doesn't he?
Yeah, so let me promise you one thing. You are not going to break him. You are not going to wreck him. You have done a great job of making him rideable. The fact that you can get on, come in a new place on a stallion, walk around on like a fairly loose rein, and not be afraid of getting DED dead is awesome. Kudos to you. Now you get to refine it, right?
Yeah. And that's the thing, it's like, it's just to a point where I ride by myself most of the time, so not having those eyes on the ground.
Yep, it's hard.
Yeah.
Where do you guys come from? How far was your drive?
It was about an hour.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
We-
One of the reasons
we
she
want you to come to us.
is so she could,
There's several of us that'll take lessons.
is she wanted to think about starting here.
Okay, great. Great. Yeah, we love that. This is something that we're really good at, right? Like the basics are there, that you've sat on them, they can walk and trot and sort of canter. We're really good at the next step.
And that's where he
In
is.
fact, Lauren makes me the crash test dummy on the next step for many people and many horses. I'm the one who, like, if someone comes in and is like, this is my young horse, I'm here for a lesson, she says, put your helmet boots on. I'm like, great. We get bounced off these walls a little bit. Tyler has seen some of the bouncing off the walls.
But you're very good at it.
I am good, I stay. I have,
Even Giganotosaurus Rex babies.
yeah. He's a,
Yeah, you've read this picture right. That's exactly where we are.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, you've done a great job. And this part, that is walking around and not dragging you towards the door, excellent. You've established that you're in charge. Great. So now let's see if you can raise the envelope a little bit. When you're ready, shorten your reins just a bit, keep the walk marching. But think about drawing him together. You want your legs to be like a corset around his belly. Because remember, he's young. Touching him cannot be off limits. You have to be able to touch everything has to be. Right? Like the end goal for everything should be that it's safe enough for him to try. So when you're ready, push him up to the trot. And now I want you to go around your big circle between E and B. And then you're going to make a small circle at E and also at B. So basically your big circle is going to have two small circles within it. Lean back, keep pushing him around, right? He has to follow your plan. Push that outside hand down, little inside leg, slow that trot. Remember how much I love pouring. Pouring is my favorite thing. Good with your outside leg and outside hand here. Doesn't matter, good. Now small circle there at E. Keep turning, drawing that trot back towards you, pushing that outside hand down. That's all right.
He said, oh my God, there was a horse there.
You've got to throw him on his face a little bit. He has to figure out that mistakes are okay. For all intents and purposes, he's a 3-year-old. And then another turn here, outside hand down and pushing on that bit. That's all right. Put your outside hand on the outside of his neck, and then big swift kick with your outside leg. Good, turn up.
Whip.
If you want to whip, you're welcome to get one. We have plenty.
Well, she's got one right here.
Oh, okay.
He was such a
Normally I ride him with it.
Yeah. Was it because he was on fire this morning? He didn't want to?
Yeah.
I get it. Hi, Monkey. Since I don't think I know this happening.
What's he doing, Punky Poo?
Okay, pass it.
Or just pass it on down and get it.
He's really sane, which helps.
Yes, yes.
He says, I'm so sane. I'm so sane, I think you might have something to eat.
Okay. He's so cute. Like, and I imagine the colors work really well in here
Mm-hmm.
for the photos. All right, so let's try that again. So you're going to make your big circle between E and B with two small circles on it. Because long straight lines are not the answer for him at this stage, right? We want him to keep turning and keep listening to you. Push those hands in front of you. Clamp your lower leg on a little bit. Lean your upper body back to help him find his balance. Good. Left hand down on his left shoulder. Big kick. Oh! And switch that whip to your outside hand so you can get after that shoulder. He's like, I'm a P-O-N-Y, guys. P-O-N-Y. Good for you. Push that outside hand down. Give him a little tap on that shoulder here. There you go. Ah, babies. Good. Outside hand down. Super. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Good for you. Push him around. Absolutely right. Nicole, I've known your grand total of like maybe 40 minutes now. You're too nice. Be a bully. I want you to be mean to him, right? He's a stallion. He's got an ego. Belittle him. There you go. There. Super. And then you can be cool, right? It's not that you have to beat him around. He's not doing anything egregious. He's just not going where you want him to go. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
Super. Look at that. Good little tap on that outside shoulder here. Good for you. That's fine. Super. Absolutely right. Push him towards your next circle point. Oh, it's humble now. Look at it be humble. Good. Wiggle your ring fingers a little bit to help him find the bit, but then just keep sending him there with your legs. Lower leg out in front of you a little bit more. Good. The next time that you plan that turn, plan it a little bit earlier. Just keep turning. Little wiggles on that outside rein to say, no, really, I mean it. No, really, I mean it. No, really, I mean it. Better. Good for you. Last time he dragged you like 10 feet closer to us. It's all right. I'm the pony, I'm the pony, I'm the pony.
There
I'm
we go.
so bad. Good. Push those hands down. Lean your upper body back. Send him around the turns. Good. Outside hand way down. Good for you. go. Outside hand down, super management there. Good, I don't care. He can flail his body parts around. He's only making his life harder, isn't he? Good. Plan your turn at E now. There you go. I was saying this to someone before. Horses are dumb. We have to tell them things a very long time in advance. There you go. Look at that. Big squeeze. Good. He's like, now I'm tired. That's fine. Once you're passing the center line again, exhale, walk. Because that one was much better, right? Good. Exhale, walk, push down. Super. He's like a little kid. Do you have children?
No.
Well,
These are my kids.
great. So,
They're both
when you were
little, too.
little, did your mom say you could have candy for dinner when you asked? No, she said no. And then when you asked again, did she say yes? No. She kept saying no. So that's the best thing that you can do for a young horse, is say no. You just have to keep telling him, this is where I want you to go. Not there, here. Not there, here. Over and over and over again. Until he's waiting for you to tell him instead of trying to make his own decisions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's sort of a weird thing because you're like, but I love him. I love him. I don't want to yell at him. You got to yell at him a little bit. Because now is when you're setting the boundaries. And he's a stallion, for goodness sakes. He needs boundaries. Good. Let him walk for another minute or two. And then we're going to do that the other way. You keep losing all of them. I'm having a hard time. I was mixing up my lefts and rights earlier. Things were not good.
That's okay. I don't know what day of the week it is.
I think it's Saturday, right?
I don't know at this point. It's just kind of like cool.
Yeah. It's cold, I know that.
Nice in the sun.
Yes, yes. That little spot, like right outside the indoor, is usually really nice.
It's probably 15 degrees warmer outside.
Yeah.
Which is nice in the summer.
Yeah.
When you're ready, send him up to the trot this way. Same exercise. He turns when you want. Good. Push those hands down. Slow the trot down. You regulate his rhythm first. Look at him. Oh, he's pissed. Don't tell me what to do, Mom. And then you say, nope, I pay your bills, sunshine. Rascal.
He said, did you call?
Good for you. Look at him reaching into that outside ring. You're like, it's only because he's tired. Doesn't matter. Tired young horse is a good young horse. Very good. Lean your upper body back and your lower leg out in front of you a little. Now you get to work on you, right? Because he's paying a little bit better attention. Push that outside hand down. Now you gotta send him on a little bit. Because he changed his rhythm too much there. He made it too slow. Look at that. We already have new problems and it's only been 25 minutes. I love it. Good for you. Push those hands down. Big squeeze with both legs. Send it towards the wall. There you go. Good. Now see if you can make that trot a little bigger. He's like, nope, my hind legs are done. Good. Super, super. Big squeeze. Push him on, you got it. Good, and then walk. Ooh. Good. I want to do that once more to the right. And then he can be done, because I think he genuinely is done.
Yeah, he's
The cold he had, it wiped him out.
he's
Poor Muffin.
he's been sick for several months.
That's